Welcome back, everybody. This is Sense of Spirit, and I am Erin. This reading is going to cover the month of March for the year 2021. So it's going to give us an overview of what we can collectively expect to experience as we move through the next 31 days. 31 days. So I'm going to start off as normal with three cards that are going to give us an overview of what we can expect for the month. The first card is going to be from Sacred Destiny. It's going to give us a word that we can focus on. It's going to give us basically the energy, like I said, for the month. But follow that with something that we need to focus on surrendering, because I think it's really important to have the things that no longer serve us brought to our attention so that we can remove them and make space for the things that are important. And then we're going to have a mantra with the super attractor cards on the end. Once those are done, I am going to do another reading, and I've chosen my Angel Wisdom Tarot cards by Riley Valentine tonight. I think these are going to give us the messages that we need. All right, so let's get started, everybody. I am going to start shuffling these Sacred Destiny cards, and while I'm doing the shuffle and the flick, I would like to encourage you that if you are happy with what you're seeing, I would greatly appreciate you hitting subscribe and like and comment, because it's important in the YouTube world. Pardon the dog. I have a little dog over here who's trying to tell me probably it's time for bed, but she's just going to have to wait for a couple of minutes while we do this. All right, we're on the last of the top three cards. Interestingly, as I look down, the very first card is Potential. And Potential came out, I want to say last week for my reading. So I feel like we're in a period of time where there's a lot of change. If you look at the card is showing a volcano. There's a lot of activity that happens beneath the scene of the volcano that we don't actually, we're unaware of, right? So that's like real life. There are things that are going on around us all the time that we are not privy to. But just because we are unaware of them doesn't mean there aren't changes and things that are in motion that are going to affect us that are coming into our future. All right? So this is encouraging you to continue moving forward by making your plans, because anything that you are formulating during this time has potential to bring you either great success or happiness, longevity, whatever it is that your personal goal is. All right? So this is a time to get those thoughts and order in order so that you can take action. We are being advised to surrender our defensiveness. This is actually very good advice, because what we're being, it's classified as a sign of weakness. Okay, there are better ways to communicate with one another in a passive aggressive manner, or to automatically flip to anger. All right, people don't always understand the way that they are communicating, and if we are feeling kind of how do I say this? Uh, Either you're in a position where you're trying something new, or you have some fear based thoughts attached to the things that they are critiquing, shall we say, that can cause a knee jerk reaction from us, and that can cause us to become defensive. But that's not what we want to do. We want to kick it back just a notch and make sure that we're using a very clear way of communicating that recognizes the other person without being defensive. Okay? Finally, our mantra is I am kind and loving towards others while creating boundaries that protect my good feelings and emotions. So, this is a very specific reminder to us that we do not have to tolerate behaviors from others that we do not appreciate. It's okay to say no. It's okay to go to bed early, right? We don't have to do everything that everybody expects us to. Boundaries are incredibly important for our mental health, for our just our everyday lives, just to make sure that we are being taken care of. So it's important to remember that you don't have to do everything for everybody. create those boundaries and stay within them. Initially, when you're laying down the line, things could get a little bit hairy with people because they don't like to be told no. Generally, however, it's really for our best interest. All right, so that's what we've got. That's the overall theme for the month. Work on defensiveness, work on boundaries, and know that it's a good time for potential. So anything that you're working on during the next 31 days has great and positive energy attached to it that will bring you success. So we're going to do our Angel Wisdom cards. I think I'm going to do, how am I going to drop? Because I didn't really think about it. I'm just going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 5 and 6. Let's see what we've got, okay? I'm going to put them over here. First card that came out is talking about, interestingly, it can conjunction with the defensiveness card. It's saying to make sure that you are being honest with yourself, but you're also taking caution in regard to other people's actions, okay? Try not to overthink things because it's talking about a lack of peace of mind. And generally, when it comes to not having a peaceful mindset, we tend to be our biggest contributors to fear. So be aware of your thoughts and make sure that you are not putting anything negative out there, okay? Anything that has been a weight on our shoulders over the last several months is now coming to a culmination. It's being stacked up and put in the corner. Our bags are packed. Can you see that? And we are ready to exit. Now, in my live video over on Facebook tonight, I had made a prediction that I feel pretty confident with, and that is a year ago when all of this COVID business started. I heard repeatedly April, April, April in my head, okay? And at the time, I allowed my ego to overstep, and I chose to believe that it would be over quickly, and it has not been. At this point, I feel like I was probably a year ahead of myself, okay? So I feel like as we exit March, we've got our bags packed and we're ready to go because the new is moving in April. And I truly believe that April is going to be the month of the most changes for all of us. All right? Get ready to release because here we go again. This card is talking about endings and new beginnings heading our way. So everything is going to be transformed. And when I look at this card also, you can see the symmetry. So you've got balance. We're going to be restoring balance into our world as well. So anything that's been overriding or burdening us is no longer going to be the focal point as we move forward. Because we are all headed into a, oh, did you see it jump? Transformation. So we're going to go through some kind of a powerful and unexpected revelation. And I truly feel like this is really our turning point, okay, everybody? We're going to be able to release any of our old belief systems. I feel like we've learned substantially since we've gone into this lockdown mode. And as we navigate out of it, we're going to have a much different mindset towards people and particularly, I feel like, possessions. All right? We're not stuck. This is talking about us, again, feeling stuck. So we've got to get through March. It's going to end. I promise you, it's going to end. Don't concentrate on what you don't have. Focus on what you do have. That's going to get it through quicker for everybody. And finally, make sure, it's interesting because I said we're working on balance. So this card is also talking about balance and finding your balance. Don't spend too much time working. Make sure that you guys are having fun if you can. And it's coming. I'm telling you, it's coming in Aries. So by the time we get through Aries, everything is going to be much better for us. All right? That's a lot, but I think it's going to be okay. So just keep in mind, once we get through this, this is the last drudgery. All right? I feel this is it. I appreciate you taking the time to be here today. If you've enjoyed this, come and hang out with me on Facebook. You can follow me there. We can interact with one another. And also like, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate you very much. Thanks for your time. I'm Erin, and this was Sense of Spirit with Erin.